Good evening. It's 27 September 2022. Man, we're going to go on a rant tonight. I've been busy. Hoping you guys have been out there and welcome to Panhandle Politics. It's Panhandle have your butt pucker over a damn hurricane for the last few days. I don't know about you guys, but I got boats to deal with and things to worry about. And when you live in a coastal town, everything can be going on, and somebody says the word cat 3, cat 4 hurricane, and if that don't make you pause, then nothing does. But I tell you what's not been pausing is the raping that we're getting from our own elected officials. These guys right here, and you think this hurricane's making our butt pucker? These people are butt raping us every time we turn around with bullshit. They must think we're stupid. But we're not on the Alan Osborne show. We're not stupid at all. You know, they say when they come to get money from you, that's it, and money flows in politics, and mostly for most of us out there in that panhandle politic world, it means our tax money flows to these elected officials. And what the hell do they do with it? That's what it means. They say that's showing us the love. Well, these suckers, they must be, these old guys are from Dr. Hook. They want to show us a little bit more, don't they? That's right. They want to love us a little bit more. They want to love us a little bit more with a 1 cent sales tax. But they say, don't worry, it's not really for you because these other people will be paying for most of it. But you know what? That won't change a damn bit about the part you'll be paying. Squirrel and Danny Glidewell and them, they got morons like Robert Nelson. If you notice that they get on the bandwagon and they're just going to show us, no matter how something stupid is and how uneconomically right it is, they're going to show us it's right, like the golf course. That shit too. But somehow they've got Robert Nelson, Lurch, dumbass at large, Democrat wearing a Republican vote, in my opinion. Robert's been at the center of all kinds of stupid shit, and I'm not even going to put his picture up here because we all know what Lurch looks like. But Lurch was recruited by Glidewell, just like he was by Commander. He's a for-hire mouthpiece because he needs some attention, but he's a moron. That's Alan's opinion anyway. So he's always out here horking stuff that the BCC wants voted, but they want our money. And here's why they shouldn't get it. These people can't be trusted with our money, and they've proved it. And they've now got, you remember him, don't you? The potato chip bowl, the penguin, Clay Atkinson, our acting county attorney that they're paying God knows what an hour because they don't want to pay a real attorney $100 and some an hour. So we've got an interim attorney, an interim county administrator. There's nobody. The wheels on the bus go round and round, and the money goes up and down and into Clay and other people's pockets. That's why he's building a 13,000 square foot house. We're going to have a history lesson. But I want the BCC to be aware of something. While they argue over and demand apologies over the stuff that Alex Alford published, know that Alex Alford has been sent this letter, and I don't have a script. Anybody that watches my damn show knows that I just get on here and rant, and y'all either watch it or not. But my documents, here's what's specifically unique about my show. I send all the stuff that I say on this show to these commissioners in nice emails with all the attachments that prove when their staff lies. They have stood on the almighty altar over this credit card misuse, and that's what it is. They still, in the end, they didn't follow policy. It's like they wanted a warning to get ready to fix all the things of the policies. Even if they didn't steal nothing, they violated all their own policies, and they've got a for-hire intern idiot out there asking us, the clerk of court, to apologize. You got to be kidding. The only reason the guy even got in the county is this guy brought him. He's his bud from school. This is Scott Brandon. This is your political liaison, a job that Clay And the BCC created it for him as a reward. And I believe the same guy might even own some land at the end of the runway. More to follow on that. But back to the problem at hand. Here's the problem. And I want you to know this as you consider the purchase. I'm going to deviate from no script and I'm going to read you an actual letter. Two people are too lazy to read, so I'm going to read it to you. Here it is. Dear State Attorney Madden, Ginger Madden, and Clerk of Court Alford, this is from me. I'm requesting a full forensic audit and investigation of the Sandestin DRI, and if county employees intentionally forged compliance reviews and intentionally misreported things to state agencies and elected officials and the public, like the bank. The allegation, I allege that county employees intentionally conspired with each other and the developers of Sandestin and certain builders to grant permits and ignore noncompliance at great financial expense to the citizens of Walton County. Unlike the disputed decimal point investigation that cost the taxpayer $600,000+ in uncollected fees, this accusation concerns millions spent by the county and possibly over $1 million in uncollected proportional fair share fees for false traffic compliance. Lawsuits have been caused and filed and development orders granted and recommended by the same people who know about the non-compliance. In other words, county employees and maybe elected officials and law enforcement, quote, looked the other way because relatives were involved. As you read this, banks are lending money for high-rise condos that are in non-compliance with state 380 rules, local ordinance, and court agreements on compliance. But the county issues permits and development orders as if all were compliant against the state law's requirements. The recent county purchase card debacle will pale in comparison and involve the commissioners below is just one of many emails the commissioners and the sheriff's office have received. I have many documents that can map out who knows the paperwork and the proof and sworn depositions of some of these people in other cases that prove their knowledge. Those implicated or conflicted include, in my accusation, Sheriff Atkinson, Attorney Clay Atkinson, the acting county attorney, Graham Fountain from your very own office, Greg Ankers, Matt Carpenter, Greg Graham, Tony Corman, Christian Shell, Charlie Cotton, Jason Catalano, Renee Bradley, Chance Powell, Stan Sunday, and the current BCC board as of this email date in September. I am requesting an outside investigator appointed from Attorney General Moody's office, far from local political circles, be assigned to assist the clerk of court and run the investigation. I will discuss additional players and evidence in person. And these videos and documents and these 14 attachments of proof should get you what you need. Thank you, Alan Osborne. Now, I sent that to State Attorney Madden, and it makes this Mickey Mouse squirrel stuff while they spend money and continue to press down on the throttle. Listen, the reason that they want this new tax money is because they need to cover up all the laws and rules they've broken with money. Don't do it. Do not vote for this tax. Actually call or write Ginger Madden, your elected state attorney, and you call clerk of court Alford and say you expect an investigation of this information of economic deceit that has occurred in the county. This has cost us millions of dollars. So that gives us a history lesson. So there endeth, I have received word that FDLE was requested to investigate by the state attorney's office. Sidney Knowles has acknowledged the clerk of court's reception of the letter, but I have not received anything from them. Nobody from FDLE has contacted me, and I have most of the information they need. So with that, a history lesson is involved. This is a bunch of old deputies. Boots right here behind me in the suit. The three guys in the center, they're all ex-deputies. And they grew up under an old corrupt sheriff, in my opinion. And they're here running things just willy-nilly, whatever, because they're not going to admit or they're wrong. They've received and have tax money that triples and quadruples, but the idiots keep approving to put large neighborhoods in parts of our comprehensive plan that were never designed for them, for drainage, roads, schools, parks, etc. These properties were designed to have 2 homes per 1 acre. And these morons and the moronic predecessors of ex-deputies and yahoos that have been our commissioners have continued to break the rules to the point that they need a unending flow of cash money to fix the stuff that they're going to continue to break at all of our expense. Say no to these fools. Say no to the tax. And demand accountability, because these guys hired Tony Corman, who's also an ex-deputy. And they all work for Mike, who has what, 60, $75 million a year that we don't really know what the sheriff does with. This is the sheriff's buddy. Yeah, they're real close. He's not going to be prosecuted. This guy's now retired after the sheriff scoped a job. And word is that he's advising the State Sheriff's Association on jail procedures. Why? He only ran a jail about 1.5 years in the last 10 years. And that's because your illustrious sheriff, that's right, the illustrious sheriff, he changed the rules so his buddy could run the jail. And our county attorney, he grew up with our new political liaison, the kazoo player. You need a lesson in what's going on. Robert Nelson's a moron. And we've got elected officials who think they don't have to answer. And when they don't follow the law, they'll just deny it. And we'll all pay. We got to stop this. We got to demand some accountability. Vote no on the tax. And call clerk of court offered. Call the BCC and say, why don't you deny Allen's accusations? Why don't you prove him wrong? But why do you all take the emails and say nothing? They're sworn depositions. There's minutes on these laws. The ordinances exist. You 3 cops and Tony, the 4th cop, and Mikey, the 5th cop, and Graham and all the ex-cops and stand cops and the local deputies of fools, none of you can prove me wrong. So on 27 September, from the Alan Osborne show to the BCC and to the sheriff and to the other officials that just continue to approve stuff and look the other way, kiss my ass. That's the way it is on the Alan Osborne show tonight. I hope it's that way for you. Y'all keep them straight out there and demand some accountability. Ask the questions. And for God's sakes, be a patriot. Love your country. Say no to all this bullshit, or we'll never save this place. That's the way it was. And that's the way it is. It's the Alan Osborne Show. See you next time.